Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bonus technique here, which really is a great way to just get that final sheen and polish on your mixdown before getting ready for the mastering stage. So what I've done is I've loaded in my reference track, which is this Don Diablo track. Let's just do it from the busiest part of our track. And I've just taken the volume down slightly, so that when we listen to our track, we can hear like the levels are comparable. Because if this was at 0, because it's been mastered, obviously it sounds much bigger than our track. So that can be misleading, and then we won't make good decisions. There, so you can do it by ear and just get it so they sound roughly about the same energy levels. Now, you may have noticed there is this extra auxiliary channel here called Para, and I added that. I wasn't recording at the time, but I'll tell you what it is and why I did it. Basically, it is just an auxiliary channel with very heavy compression on it, and you'll see here that I've actually sent a couple of these tracks or a couple of these channels to this auxiliary channel, and I'm going to solo it and show you exactly what it is and why I've done it. So parallel compression is a way of processing a signal, usually very heavily, alongside the dry signal, and then you can just kind of bring it in to the level that you want. So I've put some of the kick and the bass bus and some of the drum bus in at the moment, but it doesn't have to be limited to those two. So you can hear that's very heavily compressed. That's without the compression. I've got the threshold right down. Hear it pumping. Now, obviously, we don't want our mix sounding that compressed, but this is the great thing about it. This is our mix. We're clipping a bit here, so we're going to have to sort that out in a minute. But now, look what happens when I bring in this parallel track, or listen to what happens. So this is without the parallel, and with it. And we can compare that to the sound in our reference track as well. That's very heavily compressed, this. It's distorting actually. So it's just a great way to bring up extra elements in the mix with this very heavily compressed parallel channel and just kind of fade it in to give it the sheen and sparkle before we go into the mastering stage. Now I'm going to show you how we can make extra use of this parallel channel to make our drops hit even harder. So you can see here I've actually automated whether it comes on or off. So what I do for this track, and for most tracks I work on now, I will drop out this parallel channel for the breaks and then bring it in on the drop. So it's now turned off. You can't hear it. I'll fast forward and show you what happens when the drop comes in.
Hit 'em like this.
So you can hear it just really makes it pop out the speakers if you turn that parallel channel on the drops.